Hello and welcome. My name is Trismegistus, and well, as you can see, I have just finished rendering out the second video, the second Friday Facts 417 video. I need to just check it through, and then I've got the painful job of uploading it. I was hoping that I'd get it all done, but I went all swanky with it. I tried to do some, well, for me, some proper editing. I just need to make sure it has actually output, so I guess this might be a super duper preview for... I don't even put my strapping thing on for me carpal tunnel yet. Velcro. Just one second. So, did it output properly? Is this a functional file? Hello and welcome. My name is Trismegistus. Who's that bloke? This is a bonus video where I'm going to speculate a bit more about the images we saw in the most recent Friday Facts. Oh, yeah. That Friday Facts was number 417, Space Age Devil. That it was. Right then, so the first one, of course, is this platform here. I don't think all the way through. It was really the one. So late with the stream and getting this finished. The beacon around, so yeah, all seems to be at least there. Cool. Right. Oh, what I should also do is say which Friday Facts it was. Well, I guess that's kind of covers that off, doesn't it, really? But just for the record, pop that on there. Log. Most recent Friday Facts. Yeah, pro video editing tutorial stream. I don't know about that. I'm a long way from being a pro editor. Welcome, Senna. How you doing? Yes, the most recent Friday Facts, for the record, for anyone watching this on VOD, especially, was 417 Space Age Development, where we got a lovely retrospective from Covrex. I scanned through the Reddit. I haven't read anything on the Reddit, and I don't even know what anyone's saying on Discord or anything. I'm so out of the loop. I'm going to have to rethink some of these things, I think, because these videos are monstrous to edit. It's basically all I've done this weekend. And it's, enjoyable, but it's so time consuming. Yes, so that was the most recent Friday Facts, just for the record. We'll pop that over to the game. I'll close that all down. So that video, just so that you know, I'll upload it after the stream. I won't upload it now because it will kill my, what would you call it? Upload speed, basically. And which would knacker the stream. So I'll upload it. Well, I need to check it. And then I'll upload it. And so it will probably be, because my internet is terrible. What would that be? So 6, 7, 8. Could be 8 or 9 o'clock, I guess, by the time it's uploaded. So technically I'll have been within the parameter I set for myself of doing it today. But pretty late in the day, it has to be said. No. Is that everything? That's almost certainly not everything. We were attempting to get this platform up and running, weren't we? That was the goal. Yeah. How many bots have we got now? Oh, excellent. We got 100 and odd bots of each. Excellent. That's what we want. Okay. I was thinking about this with the whole platforms thing. The whole cargo rockets. And I'm kind of wondering whether I do something a bit more kind of dynamic with circuits rather than have an entire cargo rocket full of, green circuits, entire one full of red, entire one full of iron plate, entire one full of copper. And perhaps, do mixed rockets or something like that, because having extra resources up in orbit, given we have these, which are absolutely monstrous storage, and I've also got the requester version of them now and the storage versions, so bots can just use them. I'm kind of wondering maybe if I do mixed rockets, but not necessarily like an all circuits rocket and an iron and copper rocket, but maybe put in so that I focus more on maybe the green. I could then also put iron and copper in, and we just, whatever's extra is extra. The red one I could put steel and stone in, or stone brick or something like that. So I'm thinking about maybe doing something like that, because just seems a little bit more efficient to some degree. The videos seem fluent and coherent, so what is usually removed? Too crazy speculations. Sometimes, yeah, some of the speculation that... so there's a couple of things I edit out the videos, basically. The first is, you will have noticed when I talk on the live streams, I a lot, so I do a lot of that type of thing. I use so an incredible amount. Hopefully this won't ruin the videos, but it's one of those things where people point it out. It's all you can see. I also say you know a lot, so you know. And while I don't fundamentally mind those being in the video, it's just how I talk. Sometimes, especially when I'm thinking things through and doing the speculation, every other word will be so, and it does get a bit over the top. So that's mostly what I edit out. There's also a lot of pausing, because because I'm aware that I don't enjoy the edit, enough to do it, to sort it all in the edit. There's a lot of pausing where I'm just like thinking something through, and then I'll say it, or I'll repeat the thing I've said, but try and say it a bit smoother. I flub a lot of lines particularly when it's the read-throughs. I'll just mess them up. Part of that is, and I don't want this to sound harsh, but obviously they're not all native English speakers, so some of the phrasing can throw me. There's also, the most recent one, I think I left it in the end. Kovrex used some, and it's obviously a deliberate, sort of jokey word. What the heck did he say? There you go. What was the phrase he used? I'll just look it up, sorry. It was some weird term. Oh, I won't be able to find it now, will I? Because it's such a long... I thought it was in the middle somewhere. They used some silly term. Shortenifications. That was it. Even more shortenifications. And that just corpsed me, basically. I hit that and I couldn't stop laughing for about 5 minutes. So that's the type of thing that goes. And just to spoil it, if you've never watched the videos at the end, well, if you watch right to the end, there's usually a little... It's not really an Easter egg, is it? But a little outtake, and that's the type of stuff I'll cut out of things I've said. I also get interrupted in the records because of where I am. I'm in like a housing estate, and basically what will happen is someone will drive past with an incredibly loud bike or incredibly loud exhaust on their car, and you can hear it in the audio, so I have to stop. And I don't usually stop the recordings, you see, I just keep them flowing. But yes, otherwise I'll take out some of the speculations. When I watch them back in the edit, I'm like, what am I on about? Or in particular, I'll have thought I'll have seen something, or come up with something, and then I'll realise later in the recording that that's not the case. So I think there's one where I sort of say, the Gleber picture from the most recent one, where I'm like, I can't see any barrels in any of these chests, and then 5 minutes later I see a barrel in a chest, basically, because I was saying, so I don't know how fluid is getting in, if it's coming in via rocket. Maybe all of the planets have the ability to make fluid, so you don't need to send it around. And then 10 minutes later I see a barrel with light oil in it, so I chop that type of speculation out, you see. The other one, as I say, is there are some points I make when I watch the thing back. They really are dying off, aren't they, the old loggy bots? But when I'm watching them back, where I think it sounds a bit harsh, or I didn't really say, the thing I was saying in the way I intended, if you see what I mean, and it sounded like I was maybe attacking them or something like that, where, there's not that intent there, but it kind of sounded that way. So yeah, those are the things I tend to chop out. Also, of course, there's the editing to put the text in, so when it does the sections and I just do the heading, I put all that text in. So yeah, they're never. It's not complicated editing. I'm just very, very, very slow with it. A guy at uni ruined a lecture for me by saying, "WTF? Don't you hear the constant eh?" And then it was everything I heard because the lecturer was extreme. Yeah, I had a similar thing. There was a lecturer. I can't remember what he used to say, but it was some little vocal tick. And somebody also pointed that out, and I was absolutely like tears running down my face because he started tallying it. He started putting a little, the 4 lines and a slash across. He started counting basically the number of times he like made this noise or said this thing. I mean, we're talking like 25 years ago, so I don't remember what it was. But every time he would do that, all of us around him would just start trying to, to giggle. And of course, you've then got that thing of when you're in a serious situation, official thing, and you start laughing, it becomes more funny, So we were all sort of, trying to not to laugh, and not trying not to laugh was making us laugh more. And yeah, I struggled to understand or even listen to his lectures then, you see. Short notifications was a weird one even for me. I just assumed he used it because he thinks it's funny. Oh yeah, I mean, I say, I don't think that's again, that's not, I don't think that was a language that he's just, making a silly phrase sort of thing. But as I say, it just happened to tickle me, and I just, couldn't stop laughing basically for 2 or 3 minutes, so I had to cut all that out. Although I say I left it in because it just seemed like quite a funny moment. But yeah, so that's the type of editing I do. I mean, one of the things with editing always is even if you make absolutely no changes, so this record for Friday Facts 417, I did 2 3/4 hours worth of footage. So even if I made no edits whatsoever, just watching it through, and you can watch it on double speed or whatever, but just watching it through to make sure the recording happened and the audio didn't drop out or the camera didn't go blank or something like that, or the Friday Facts wasn't properly be in view or something like that. You've got to watch 2 3/4 hours worth of footage. So if you then say, right, well, if you make an edit, you've got to re-watch the bit you've just watched, you're probably going to at least double the amount of time you've got to take to edit it. So if you take 2 3/4 hours, it's instantly 5.5 hours worth of editing, even if you're doing something very, very simple, like I'm doing. And then when you start doing, as I say, finer editing, like cutting out the ums and ahs, putting in that text. I mean, in this most recent one, I've kind of rearranged some of the bits because I do the speculation just very, very free flow. And so, of course, I don't necessarily have the thoughts in a coherent structure, so I'll move bits around, which of course then just takes more time, and I've got to watch it through to make sure I've not referenced something I've already said. And do you see what I mean? So that's why the edit always takes so long. Plus, I mean, let's not beat about the bush. I'm not very good at it. So I say you go from 2 3/4 hours of footage, and then so Friday, when would I have finished then? So it started about 12:30, wasn't it? So it was like 4:30, I think, when I finished the record. I had something to eat, and then I was editing till 12:30. Didn't finish. Did about an hour on Saturday morning to get that one done. Uploaded that, did the live stream, and then this one I then started editing straight after the stream, pretty much. Obviously got some dinner and stuff, but was then going to about 10:30, and then this morning I found my dad, but was then going till literally whatever it was, half an hour before the stream when I set it to render. So I say it's not a short amount of time, which I'm not saying that's not meant to be some woe is me, poor little YouTuber type of thing, but But you did ask, so... Right, anyway. Have we built up more bots? Am I happier? I am happier, I think. I bet... Has that even switched off? No. Oh yeah, construction bots is off, because we've got 100 spare. Excellent. We're still chugging away with logistics bots, because they're dying all the time. But also I've given them all horrendous jobs to do. I'm wondering if I just maybe... Because it's still got blooming all of that stuff in there. I'm wondering if I just move these... Because they're only going to move 2 or 3 of those at a time. Okay. Because I deleted the space at the science that plan, didn't I? Where would I actually want to build that anyway? Let's see about extending this again, since we've got like 1 million construction bots. It's a lot of work for the greater good of us Factorio. Yeah. I say I love doing them. You know, it's not in any way meant to be a... I don't know, taking it like, but it's not meant to be a complaint as such. The issue is more... that has been my weekend. Because I have a full-time job and, Oh, I guess that was a thing, was it? But of course, I have absolutely no idea. If you get any thoughts that I have a preview of what's coming up in the Friday Facts, I have absolutely no idea like anybody else. So you get some of them turn up and it's just like, right, okay, how many hundreds of hours is that going to take me this weekend? It's like next week. I'm almost hoping, I know it's the big reveal of the date. I'm literally hoping the Friday Facts is, just literally a date, and that's it. And then I can go home. I can go and have a weekend basically. But no, I'm sure it'll be accompanied by lots of other stuff as well. But I'm sure they'll confirm the price, and they may even set the pre-order live on on Steam sort of thing. But yeah, so I could do with a simple one, I guess. Okay, so I wonder if I could fill a bunch of that in as well. No, because I haven't got enough. Okay. I'm thinking maybe if I pop these over here, and I'll just stick some chests in with the science packs, and then there won't quite so much attrition of robots, because it's probably going to be a reasonable sort of place to put one of these landing pads. So yeah, let's get this. And then I can probably copy that. And then if I just sort of pick up, let me turn these guys up. Let's grab them. And I'll wander over here. I haven't even thought about what the next Friday Facts will contain apart from the release date. Maybe all Gleba meat fields if they're all ready. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, what would you accompany an announcement of a release date with? It feels like it would be best tacked onto, the Friday Facts we just had. That would be an ideal thing to then say. Instead of teasing it, to actually say what it was. But yeah, don't know. What else would you put in it? Right, so yeah, we will put rockets there. Put labs there, and then I'm gonna move all of these over to my bots off. Oh, but no, I need survival stuff, don't I? Okay. So I was hoping I'd also be able to talk about, oh, what was in the video. I kind of can't really do that. Unless you want me to spoil it all. The, I can't even remember what I said, to be honest with you. I think that one of the things is, and people have probably spied all this already, and there's like a million threads on it, but there's a weird building in one of the Gleber one is probably the most revealing of stuff, but then of course it's with a caveat of, well, is this real stuff, or is that all just gone now and it's not in the game, you know? So it has that caveat. But there's loads of stuff. Don't need them, do I? On there, and one of which is, I say, some sort of building, which I didn't recognise at all. Can't take them really get more, can't they? As long as the bots don't take it off. There's also obviously the weird sort of thing that looks like a, you know, like a column that's processing fluids, basically, by the looks of things. So my assumption is that that's a gone mechanic, that they don't work like that anymore. Oh, right. You know, there's no Gleber fluid processing, I don't think. Yeah, all sorts of stuff like that, basically. Oh, I did find out, so I got somebody confirmed to me that the PCE on the platform is platform cargo ejector. So that's why he calls it an ejector without that really being clear what that is. The little grey PCE is a platform cargo ejector. Which obviously is gone, so it's not exactly a spoiler, that. But that was a fascinating idea, I think. It was of a mechanic. And why they would remove it. So we've got these green ones here. Yeah, let's get green ones there. That's them taking it away from me, isn't it? Oh, the green. It's all gone, bots. It's all gone. In fact, we've done even more there, haven't we? Let's put the chunk on. It's nice to be able to just lay this stuff in, because see, this platform for the longest time has just been kind of nothing. You're suffocating. Oh. Oh dear. Where did I put them then? Did I put them in here? Yeah, I've emptied everything out. Yeah, right, alright, right. Where are they then? He obviously hold his breath for quite a while, the engineer. Or it can hold its breath for quite a while. Right. Did we not order in there? Did I not turn that back on again? And that's why all the stuff has stopped. Yeah, I didn't turn it on, did I? Because it was overflowing before, wasn't it? So, what signal are you getting? God only knows. Because the thing, you know, yet another of the myriad quality of life improvements, we're going to be able to see what signal this is actually acting on. Well, that's my understanding of what we were saying. Because it could be one of any of those. What was I going to do? Not suffocated it. That was obviously priority one. Right. What we got? Red one's there. And why are there 106 loggy bots in Starlink? In fact, there's even more. Red one's there. What have we got? Red one's there. I have to have a sort out of this at some point. Oh, crikey, I got 6 of those. Okay. And a bunch of construction bots there. Guess that's where I've been rebuilding things. Can't see any other science packs, but cool. Okay. So a lot of these data cards, aren't there? I just realised some rocket silos must be stored if the connected space platforms are not present. I suppose SpaceX is similar to that. Must be stored if connected space platforms are not present. Yeah, I don't think they'll not. I think it's smart enough to know. So my understanding on this is that it is quite smart with it, as it were. So you got to control it, as it were. You got to set it up to do what you want. But there's a lot of safeguards almost built in, that it won't launch unless the platform is empty. So those are all built into its internal logic. You don't have to set it, as it were, to say, right, well, I don't want you firing things if there's no platform for you to take it to, type thing. So I think that's all kind of covered. I do want to move those. Do I? Or do I just leave them there? There's a lot of platform, isn't there? Oh. Do I want to just keep expanding them? Keep on expanding and expanding? Because construction bots are, nice. They don't just fall out of the air. Mechanic doesn't apply to them. Okay. What else might I want to build? It's like a useful intermediate. I guess one of the things, as I said yesterday, is I probably want to set up machine production, like these guys, basically. Because there's a bunch of stuff that you can only build in space. So like that one, you can only build it in the space manufacturer. You can only build it in a space manufacturing. I think them can only built in a space assembly machine, you see, so we're going to need a whole bunch of them. I don't think we need to go mad. I'm kind of assuming that I'm going to end up with like one manufacturer making each science pack. And that's just it, I'll just deal with that. And that'll kind of, throttle the scale, basically. So can I make them... Yeah, you see, them is what we want to switch to. But you need a space manufacturing. Okay. I guess I could also take a look at iron ingots. Okay, that's interesting. Hadn't realised that. Could you capture iron ingots? Yeah. Well, the other thing we could do is set up this. I know I don't have any mining drills, do I? Is iron ingot something? Yeah, so you can send them in. Okay. I don't have any production of iron ingots though. That's one of the things that's missing. Back on now, this is the whole, you know, vulcanite processing with the core and stuff. So the other thing we could set up is the whole wetter ice. Wetter ice. Could I get explosives in? Let's have a look what we've got. Imagine all those rockets in the Friday Facts having all their cargo going through that landing pad. Maybe bots are a requirement to handle such scales. I think the highest was 240 sites per minute, so 1 million would be cool just to get the faster robots faster. I think he's trolling on the 1 million. I don't think 1 million is necessarily actual. I mean, I'm sure it's possible in a theoretical way, sort of thing. I don't think. You know, I think that's going to, you know, be like the ultimate, you know, mega base type of thing. Because he actually, I know, you know, Coverage was actually posting on Reddit some screenshots of, I don't know if it's last week or the week before. He'd been doing a vanilla base with elevated rails on it, and he'd got to 5,000 sites per minute, you know, so regular sites per minute, and it was the UPS was down. I can't remember what number he said, but it was like, you know, it was impacting UPS. So I say I don't know that a million is actually going to be viable, but I wouldn't be surprised if you end up with the, you know, the most optimized bases are doing 6 figures, so hundreds of thousands of sites, because the foundries and stuff sound ridiculously powerful, basically. So we can deliver it. The question is whether we got it available. I'm pretty sure I'm making it somewhere. Although, am I? Because I never made cliff explosive, did I? That was one of the things I'd missed. Maybe I should add that on there. Is it in there? Yeah, it is. Can't believe I just sort of forgot about all of them. Explosive. Oh, if it's anywhere, it's going to be over with the military stuff. So it's not going into any chests, is it? That's the point. Oh, there it is. So I have done that. Huh. Wonder why they didn't bring me any over then when I ordered them from. Don't know. So no recipe. Okay, so if we put a little extra thing on here somewhere, so maybe. Blimey, I didn't realise this was still red belt. Upgraded everything else, but like, except for the most important stuff. So yeah, if we put a little extra there, and give it a chesticle, and the light, no, and the light. So hopefully they'll build that. I don't think the other thing I'm not I'm not convinced how many... I don't know, this is kind of one of my fears, and it's what I was trying to express in the videos, that, you know, they've put in a weight limit mechanic, and it doesn't sound like you can actually put a lot into an... Come on, where's the bloody box to do this? Here we go. You can actually put a lot in an individual rocket, so that looks massively impressive, and it is massively impressive. But I don't know that they're not just carrying, you know, 100 stack inserter or block, whatever they're called, bulk inserters. Have you not got any red belts anymore? If it's stopped there, then that must mean it's got some in here. I bet they're in this. No, they can't be in that. They're not making any. Why are you not making red belts? I know it's stopped because... Except it isn't. Oh, less than 3,000, okay. Because that's meant to be on there. Oh, they've just moved them all into that one. And of course that's a requester. Ah, okay. That's not got the logistics. But then it's counting that, isn't it? Okay. So they're not going to be able to make red belts. So I need to change that to blue. Anyway, I can set this. Let's do that same. Okay, so we now have, or we will have, explosives coming through. So if we put an order for explosives, say 500, and we say that less than, no, less than 0, yeah, all right. Oh no, depends what I want to set it to, do I? Why is that 100? No, 0. That should just be 0. Well, it's coming from... It's the other place, it's not... that thingy. Yeah. So that should be 0. There'll be a few random ones as well, I mean. There we go. Could even maybe not be silly. I've got a stack point on it. Okay, so you can do this one as explosives. Explosives. And then now this. So I do like this remote. It's a little clunky, so I hope the space age version is a little smoother. I do quite like how it works. So it's probably getting 0 signal. Okay. We need to set this anyway, don't we? So we want it to go to that one. No. I put it on, but why are you getting 0 explosives? Okay. Minus 500. There's nothing in there. Unless we've got explosives here by accident, is it? Oh, we have, look. Oh, yeah, got loads of them. Somebody was thinking ahead. Okay. So we've done that bit, which means we can now make capsules. Okay. Do we make... I guess I should make it generically, shouldn't I? Like, I should have a bit of a manufacturing area. But if we put it kind of in this sort of gap here, so it's not too far away. How many do I want now? Let's go with... Well, oh, I turned my bots off, didn't I? Let's go with a couple. And how long do they take? 10 seconds, that's quite a while. So maybe... do that. Oop. So if it's still seconds it takes. Oops. Gonna be a while. I don't know why I'm putting lights on, because we're in space and it never goes to night time. But it's just a force of habit, really. Although they always seem to be on as well, so it's both night and day. What are we looking for? We're looking to see that the number of... Oh, do they count as ammo? No. An intermediate of some description? Can't see them. Oh, there they are. Yeah, there we go. So I want, say, wow, might as well make a few. That's 2 chests worth, isn't it? So. Okay, so we've got plenty of capacity to launch, because we also want to send, obviously, things from here probably to other planets as well. In lower volumes. So, copy that over. Copy that over. Cool. Oh, I guess I should make... Bang. Went for me. Went for me again. Guess I should make copper cable. Oops. In fact, we've got copper cable right there, haven't we? That's fine. And then. Well, let's have them two just have a direct feed, and then the others can come in by whatever the bots can scrounge up, basically. Oh, they stack quite high then, do they? What do they stack to? 20 maybe? Oh no, even higher. Let's not put so many in there. I wish there was some only dev filter on Reddit and Discord to easily find the dev posts. I can check the users, I suppose, but it's a bit more work and I don't know all the names. I really, yeah, I would... Don't know. What are they? Yeah, they're also not necessarily consistent with... I think they are mostly with Factorio devs, but they're not, you know... People don't necessarily have the same username as, you know, on Reddit as they do, you know, whatever name they use on any Friday Facts they've been on, and you know, they may not even do them, so knowing what their real names are is a different prospect. But yeah, it would be convenient to have them. I think there is probably a way of doing it on Discord. I'm not actually that familiar with it. I'm not, as I say, a particularly heavy user of that service. But yeah, the Reddit one, you'd have to check their names, I think. And then I think you lose the context as well then, don't you? Because it is literally just what they posted. So you don't really know what question they're answering. Excuse me. Necessarily. Right, so mining drills, which I apparently cannot build. That's because I haven't got any intermediates at all. Okay. Huh. And I haven't got any. Oh, haven't got any. What was that? 10 entities are destroyed. Huh? Damia. Oh no, Damia's been hit by a meteorite. Yeah, that dang things. That's annoying. I guess the bots have repair packs for the ones that are damaged, but I don't know how many. Oh, they should have ones to... This was the whole point of building this thing, because we've now got 200 solar panels and only 21 accumulators. Great. There's even 63 cargo rocket sections been done. Crikey. So it should fix itself. Brilliant. Where did I get to? I set them going. Mining drills. I was discovering that I don't have any intermediates. Okay. Yeah, it'd be useful sometimes to see just what they've said, as it were. So one of the things I don't like about Discord, and why I don't tend to use it, is the whole... You know, it's just like a stream of consciousness. It's just everyone talking after each other. It's why I always used to prefer forums, although ironically I don't... I said this before, didn't I? I don't go on the Factorio forums after I got banned, like a naughty boy. These belts, we can get rid of all of that for now. Why have I got so... Oh, no, actually. But yeah, I say, I just find it, you know, it's like everyone shouting at once to me. It's just like, there's no pattern to it. And it's like, if you come in, you know, 6 hours after someone has said something on a forum, you can just pick up the thread, you know. Obviously there's a limit to where you want to, you know, pick up, but with Discord you can't. It's just like, unless someone's talking about a topic, you can't really, like the manners of it is that you don't, or seems to be, that you don't pick up comments from yesterday, although you would in a forum, so it's what I kind of prefer. Because I have a thing on a lot of these social medias and forums, I'll just visit them like once a day or something, you know, and I go and see what's happened. And that's it, so I can't really join in the conversations because they happened, you know, 8 hours ago or whatever. Also, I want to see the animation on the space platform when a rocket lands there, as well as the capsules covert confirmed on Reddit. Capsules that go from the space platform to landing pad on planet. Oh, right, okay. I didn't know there were actual capsules. Do you have to build them? Or are they completely free? Well, they have to keep the forum safe from hoodlums and gangsters. Well, exactly. You don't want any disreputable elements like me on there. Oh, I haven't got personal... Because we've got... They're just iron plate and stone. Have we got stone now? I think so. Can I build any of them yet? Oh, I haven't set iron plate. Well, yeah. That. Don't know why I got 300 of them, but I have. Cool. I have played this bit game before. Right. Mining drills. I guess I'm just going to make them all. That's assuming I can even lay them down. Yes, I can. Okay, that's cool. Right. Might as well just build it here, I guess. It feels really... It's like building a mining outpost in the middle of your base. It's a bit surreal. Is that going to be the best direction? I think so. And then space belt. Has to go the other way, doesn't it? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think the space belt is quite slow, isn't it? It's not super speedy. Oh, I don't have any space splitters. I don't think you can handcraft them. Oh, I haven't even got any requests for them. Okay. Let's just put 100. Oops. And have I got space splitters? No. Huh. I can just sideload it on. I don't need to. But can I? No, I can't make them. Oh, I need lube. Okay. I'll have to set some production of them up then. I mean, I could use one of the fancy ones, but that seems a bit of a waste, really. Let's just sideload it on, or whenever it runs out, as it were. Then we'll get our cannon and stick it in, I guess. Give it some inserters. I just think maybe 2 is probably going to be better, because they are quite slow to find. And then maybe I could put the capsules in the middle. I'm kind of assuming this entire pack, because it's not huge, is it? Yeah, 168k. But then each one is 100 water, I think, aren't they? Right, so... Oh. And then I put that in the wrong place. Oop. Oh. Wow, does each capsule really hold hundreds? 200. Okay, I need to put some limits on those inserters first. So, we want capsules coming in there. We then need to do another one of these, I guess, don't we? Because we want a totally separate signal. I wonder if I got any. I assume the captures don't need to be built, but he didn't mention anything about it. Okay. Yeah, I'm guessing they're probably free, because it would be daft to... You'd be soft locking yourself all the time if if you set everything up and you've got all your logistics on the go, and then suddenly you get your space platform turns up and it runs out of capsules, and you've got no way of building them because you're on the planet and all this sort of stuff. So yeah, I got to imagine they're just free, and it's probably just a nice animation. It will be interesting though I presume it will have a cargo size, even if it's not it can't instantly travel or instantly transport all of the material. Maybe it will. Because it seemed like, because I know people have been going on about the capsule being... Have we not got any of these then? That's annoying. That's annoying. Okay, can I build one? No, because I need batteries. Let us get some batteries then. I've got one. Oh no, that's a personal battery. Okay. Where are batteries? Oh, there. Okay. Yeah, they beat me to it. Cool. So, let's build one of them then. I've got like 1 million of them down on the surface. Okay, and then let's have a look at Damia. I don't think I set up a receiving thing, did I? It's not Because that's broadcasting what it wants. Isn't that connected to... Oh, that's Damia request. Okay. So... how do I melt ice? Or rather, what do I melt ice with? This was the better question. I melt it with a chemical plant. Okay. Is this... oh, it's absolutely chocker with. Barrels again. Barrels, barrels everywhere. Can I turn... like steel into scrap or something? No. I can turn big poles into scrap. And they require quite a lot of steel. I don't really want to waste the other stuff, you see. No, there didn't appear to be an easy way of disposing of steel. Imagine being stuck with too much steel. Okay. Where's a nice end point for steel? Because I don't really want to steal it. Doesn't steel come down here as well? It does. Yeah, I don't want to be pushing it out. So that's an end point for steel. So if we go bosh, 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 and then we go active provider chest, and then we go, and then we create a sort of field somewhere of chests. Because we don't have artillery here? Because I was going to say I could blow it up every so often. Because did I... I don't think it has warehouses, you see. It certainly won't have like storage warehouses. Although didn't I build one? Just for random reasons. So if I then do that, hopefully get them all. I did build one. Okay. I did. Cool. So 1 billion tons of steel storage. And then check on that. Oh, they may well not have active providers. I did, so I got regular warehouses. Okay. Maybe I just go back to the old plan and start sticking steel in here, and we could maybe blast it back to the office at some point. Because I mean, I've got any requests. I'm sort of amazed I don't have a single link to provider. I can see if we've got like a requester. Trying to go from there. No power, is there? In fact, let's just pop that. Oh, it's built one. In fact, why have I not done that on this thing? So that might be useless, but we shall see. We shall see. Okay, anyway, the point was the Damia request can also request water ice. Maybe, since it's 200 per thingy, maybe 1,000. This is way better than the barrels, isn't it? And if we plumb it in properly, it might kind of override it. But, you know, fluid mechanics, so we shall see. Right. And then we want chemical plants. And I assume it comes out like that. And we want the pipe there. We want some what are these things? Delivery cans. Do I want one? There maybe? Because I'm going to need to send... Oh, it's not built it, of course. Of course it hasn't. But we can melt. Set this to melt matter. Can't put modules in, that's what I don't want any problems with it. And then you'll have a... In fact, this is way, way better, isn't it? Because you don't get steel from the capsule, you know, the launching thing. It doesn't, it's just gone. It's just a consumable. And the steel is coming from the barrels. Yeah, okay. So it's way, way better. Okay, so that's telling it how much water in theory is in there. This is requesting in water ice. They're just putting in what they can put in. Okay, so how are we doing on this front? We need to set this to Damia on that one. And then we need to basically, oops, copy paste that. These guys need to request in, I've forgotten where it put them. Capsules, there we go. 50 seems a lot, but yeah. So that's going to get it capsules. The bit that's missing is for this to be set to Damia request. And then to have that. Signal these guys to do the inserting. Like so. And then these will activate if that is less than 1,000. And you need to be... Why is it not inserting? Oh, does it not copy the instruction? Okay. So we can turn that on. Oh, I guess it had already filled up a catch. Well, these are quite power intensive though. Here's one of the issues. Yeah, there we go. You see. We've got quite a lot of headroom. I built up that. So yes, I don't know. Can I get? I can put prop modules in. Okay. Sort of assuming I get them. I think actually I'm going to swap in one of them. Okay, so the signal they're getting is what? Damia request. Nothing. I'm not getting a signal. Why not? Why is Damia request? I'm not sending a signal. Because I put a transmitter on. That was dumb, wasn't it? Why did I put a transmitter on? So I want one of them. Have we got any of them? We've not got any of them. Okay. Oh, we can build one there. Wow. Got editor brain. Where's it gone? Oh, and then it's enormous. Marvellous. Okay. I mean, these are pointless anyway. I don't know why. No, you're still not going to fit in that gap. Or is it signing in the way? No. Oh, yeah, it's because I'm... Okay, and then you want to request. And then... Boop. 444. Do I really want that to be so high? Maybe I should put them on 500. Because that's, you know, up over an overcount, is it? No, I'm not sure. Yeah, so you see we've got loads of them in there. Now, they're pushing quite a lot of water out. Because what I can do, I can put some on the other side as well, yes. But what I'm wondering, I can't, you see the problem is I can't build, I don't think I can build chemical plants on, like on here, so I can't do the whole trick of, you know, fill it with modules and copy it and paste it down. I've no way of putting modules in those machines. What am I doing? Here we go. So, let us instead double it up. Like so. Could even add some on, you know, one on the side as well. Because how much is it producing? It was one of the things, it was putting it in a train or something, wasn't it? Yeah, so you've got like loads there that it's trying to fill up. With the whole madness of the current system, where it sloshes back and forth. Bloop, bloop, bloop. I mean, that pipe is pretty full, isn't it? And then because reasons, that isn't full, of course. Why would it be? Why would it be? Cool, okay. You're not working. Why are you not working? Because you just can't get your fluid out. Just what I mean. Like, it's like, this is like a perfect example of why it's mad. That pipe is absolutely chocker full. And yet this one isn't, because there's a junction on, so it's deciding to do something weird. I don't know why people are sort of... I guess they aren't wedded to this system, it's just that they don't like the changed version, I guess. Anyway, enough of that. Enough poking the bear. Right. Right. So I think that's all of that. That's that side of it. So we have a Damia water system that's a bit better, hopefully. We've got capsule production now, so we can launch other capsules if we want to. Let's see about extending this. Because what we really want is more solar panels. There we go. Might leave that as a gap, actually. Okay. How far up do you reach? All the way up there. Okay. Okay. And we can extend. Got this way. With you, don't quite reach. It's annoying. Oh, that's the wrong one. That one. Cool. There's the panels. Cool. Ah, I think I've run out now. I think that's all I ended up bringing with. Cool. I wonder if there will be any interplanetary signals. The remote signal feature with radars was nice and so simple. I can't see how there won't be. I mean, it might be done in a dumb way. As in, you just say, set the platform up and, you know, off it pops. But I can't see them doing that. I mean, I think I was saying that... Oh. Thank you very much for the follow. Oakcraft GM. That's very kind. Yeah, it's what I was saying in the... When was I saying it? I lost track of a lot of these things. I say a lot of things, don't I? But I think that's what... Oh, yes. So I think that's why... you know, when he was talking in the most recent one about all the quality of life improvements, I think that's kind of what that's getting at, is that they need to be able to send signals to remote planets, and so adding them to radars and also around the map, you know, so that you can tell your outpost to do things remotely without having to connect, you know, a million billion wires all around the place. You can just send the signal via radar and off it's done. There's got to be an equivalent for space logistics, because otherwise, as I say, you're introducing a dumb system. Right, well, it's empty now, so send more type of thing, which is fine, and that's kind of how I build trains at the moment. But if you're having these really complicated interplanetary logistics with redonkulous amounts of new intermediates, and we've got... How many new buildings are we getting so far? It's like 8 at the very least that we know about. And you've got to send them around your system, and as well as all the existing stuff. Being able to control that properly with circuit networks is kind of it's got to be there, really. Now, like I say, I think you can do it. You'll be able to do it all with a dumb system, because, you know, circuit networks is pretty much always optional. But yeah, it's got to be some sort of equivalent to, you know, these transmitter things and the receiver things. I think it'll be a bit more elegant, but also a bit more simple, I think. Especially since you've only got, you know, 5 planets, so you've kind of got only 5 options. It might be a universal broadcast system, so a single, you know, red-green channel for the entire interplanetary thing. But I can't see how they would, like, get away without something like that. Okay, now we need to start building, as I say, the space-based buildings. Look at this; it's all stopped. All the bots are full up. How many have we got now? 289 logistics bots and 230 construction bots. Excellent. That's what we like to see. Classic Factorio. Beat the attrition with volume. Okay, so, as I say, we need to build... Because we've got a loop here, you see. So, this would be a good place to build these belts, wouldn't it? Just extend this out a bit, I think. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. I'm going to stick with these for a while, I think. Not least of all because the manufacturing thing is enormous. And let's do, maybe if we take a nice bit of space here. And then put these over here. Because I assume... Yeah, so that uses transport belts. And that uses transport belts as well. So, do they all use steel? These are really expensive, aren't they? 10 circuits, 4 transport belts, and 10 bits of steel. Just for one space splitter. Crikey. I mean, that doesn't seem so... Well, low density structures. That's an expensive ingredient. But that one doesn't seem too bad in the context of, you know, the belts are actually quite a lot more expensive in this. And you get 2. 8 belts, which makes sense because it's 8 long, I think. And 8 so they're not too bad cost-wise, but they're blooming expensive. Anyway, what I was looking at was what's common. We've got steel in all of them, haven't we? Don't think I can arrange that because they need to be able to... I'm just wondering if I can do something a bit swanky, but I don't think I can. Especially not having to get the lube in. No, we'll have to do something fairly sort of simple, I think. Like I normally do. So we have the space belts. Because I'm assuming the super space belts, are they deep space belts they're called? Upgrade from these, I hope so. I hope this isn't just a sunk cost. Yeah, so there you go. They use transport belts. And these are just coloured, I think. Oh, you have to stick a light in them, okay. It's a bit cheeky. But yeah, they're just coloured things to help you see what's going on, rather than, there is only one deep space belt, basically. Oh, and it's 2-to-1 as well, so you... Okay, so it's expensive, but not that bad. What about those? I've got all that stuff you need just to make a splitter. Crikey. A naquium cube. That's a great word to say. Right, so if we then put, say, splitters there, undies there, and then move across. Oh, is that too long? Oh, I haven't got any. I never. Look how tiny that underground is. But then I've heard people say that it's better to just use regular pipe because you can run across it in any way in this. But I need to set that up as well, don't I? Pipe production. Space pipe. I mean, that's expensive, isn't it, as well? A steel pipe, basically, with plastic and glass. Anyway, stop moaning. Get on with it. Okay, so if we put storage chests there and there, maybe, and then I can just have. Let's put it on that side. So this will output to that one. Oh no, that needs to be both, doesn't it, really? We'll do that. And then, because that's just steel with them. So that's covered if we do that. And then that's just, oh, it's red circuits as well. So we need to add some red circuits in. Put that in this sorted, I think. Might actually bump that up. Let's give these plenty to work with. And same here. 200 is probably a bit over the top, isn't it? Like that. Like that. And like that. But yeah, I pretty much, if there aren't, there are a lot of these things that I think are just guaranteed to be like modded in day one. You know, I can't see how refrigeration isn't. Somebody's probably already working on refrigeration. I know a lot of certainly some of the big modders have been given access to the API. I think the modding API, or at least the the documentation for it, so that they can kind of roll their overhaul mods and a lot of them into version 2 and that. But they also seem to, obviously, as everyone has pointed out, seem to be determined to to put every single quality of life mod into the base game. So might do them out of a job, really. So that would be that. And if we just set that at 50, I guess I need a little bit of a buffer, don't I? Yeah, okay. And then set that at logistics network. 200. And then these are just space belt. We best set that something pretty high. I don't know. Oh, I can't do it that way, can I? I've got to do it with a circuit connection, otherwise. One will end up empty and one will end up full. And then you want to be... I did not. Okay, so that needs to be less than... If we put it as 300, you need just go. No, put the wrong thing. So that'll then fill these up to 300. Wow, it's slow as well then, is it? 10 seconds, crikey. How quick are those then? 10 seconds as well. So we get to recycle, so it's not all bad. Okay, so that's a nice simple one done. So we also need then space pipe and space pipe to ground. I can assume one of the reasons the way I set up the bot build everything was that a lot of this stuff I'm just going to chuck in a rocket, and this is to say where I need to think about, am I going to do a lot of smarts on the rocket, so trains and all that, because eventually, and I don't know that we'll get there before, you know how slow I'm playing this, but eventually we get the space elevator, so you can kind of swap to trains to move a lot of stuff between the planets. I don't think that's cheap, I think that's an expensive thing to do. But I don't see any point me setting up manufacturing of, you know, rail and stuff up here. I mean, I can't do rail, but, you know, all the bits and pieces up here, rather than just, like, send the very occasional rocket with just, like, infinite amounts of stuff. Because eventually, not infinite, but whatever it is, 500 slots in the cargo thing. Eventually I'll be able to just chuck it on a train and send it back to Nelvis, you know. Right, so what else do we want then? We want these pipe things. I think everything else, as I say, I'll just kind of work with. You know, we need a cargo rocket to bring up. I think. And then we need to make the manufacturing things. Right, so let's put that. Let's put it up here. So we do space pipes there, space pipe grids there. That, and then you need. What I probably want to do, I think, actually, thinking about it, is set some production of that up as well, don't I? Because they're way more, like, efficient, as I understand it. 400 kilowatts per panel versus 60 kilowatts, and it only uses one panel, so it's literally taking one of those. It's like an upgraded panel, basically. So it does need multispectral mirrors, which I have not made at all, and are quite expensive, but not really, given that they give us 400... Well, I suppose it's 4 of them, isn't it? But 400 kilowatts is not to be sniffed at. I was just thinking, because we need the lube for that as well, so it's a really good one to add on here, I think. Okay, do it again. Let's bump the numbers up. I guess, actually, I should make copper locally if I can. Move that over a bit. Do that. Copper cable. I'm just wondering, maybe. No, we'll leave it like that. That now. Copper you. So they get both then, basically. So, spread the load a bit, even it out, etc, etc. 30, 30. And then we want space pipe. We want to logistics, circuit control. This one, so that we always have about, say, super expensive. So let's call it 200. will fit there. But this one can be a loggy condition of, say, 50. Need to get out of the habit of using this if it's stupidly expensive. Okay, how are we doing? 4. Yes, so solar panel relay, super solar panels. Flat solar panels, rather. Require regular solar panels. Now, as I say, do I stick them on a... Because I can literally deconstruct some of these, and, you know, we can use those as our initial, you know, feedstock, as it were. So perhaps we... I assume they're the same size, but maybe if we deconstruct those bits, then I can just do gradual replacement, basically. Oh, I've got this as well. I forgot about this. Maybe if I chop that as well. Cool, so that gets us some to work with. And each one, as I say, is like... What's that? 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36... 42, so it's equivalent to about 6.5 solar panels, each one. And only costs 1. Excellent. Right. If this is the... are they a manufacturing only building? Yes, space manufacturing. Okay. Because we need to set up production of them as well. Does that require lube or anything? Do we have to lubricate space manufacturers? We don't have to lubricate them. We do have to mess about with cosmic water, though. Okay. Cosmic water is the one with lube in it, he says. Not 100% sure. Would it not be? Yes, there we go. Yes, so. What's it made in? It's made in one of these decontamination facilities. Okay. I do have one of them. How do I make them? I bet there's a circuitous loop with them. Oh, you can make them in space assembly machines, but it doesn't necessarily make sense to do that, does it? Okay, we will pop down one of these here, I think. Doesn't take lube though, does it? It does take that. Now, because there's the two, there's also the orange one. I can't remember what the orange one is called. Where do I put that? Maybe if I put that there. And then you make bio-sludge. You make that. Now, what inputs are they? Okay. Is that most sensible? It's confusing when it rotates round because it just changes. I don't think it actually rotates, does it? Because that's one of the functionalities they were saying they've added in there for Friday Facts. I guess there's a risk there of it contaminating that. So if I... Oops. Just kind of move it down one. I think maybe I'll put it in the middle. Because I think the other one uses lube as well. Okay. So if we just put... yeah, let's just put water. A bit loath to use. Because trouble is I can't use chemical plants, can I? So... a biochemical facility... Electric boiler. I wonder if I could use one of them. I don't imagine I brought any up. I think I am making some. No, we don't have it here then. Okay. If I was to try and hand make one, I would need heat shields and more copper. Why have I got so little copper? Okay. Oh, well. Because it's not switched on, that's fine. Right, bots, do your thing. Bang. So I think we'll sort of try and pipe that through, basically. Yeah, we need one of them. This is where I realise it can't be placed on a space platform. And have they taken it away? Because I set the... I did, I set that to 0. Because I am a genius. On the way too. That's clever. Where have I got 2 from? Unless that's the whole thing of it double counting. He does some weird maths when you have the bots. I'm sure it's super efficient in code, but... You do... Yeah, I've got 2. Where did the other one come from then? Unless I made 2 by accident. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, no. What? So... Okay, so it can make steam. So it's an actual selectable recipe. Okay. Evaporation venting. So you can just get rid of it by boiling it off, apparently. Interesting. So water ice, 100. Is one of those going to be enough? That's the point. And which way around does it go? It cannot be rotated, okay. I'll rotate it for you then. We'll put it there. Now we've got the option of potentially rotating it around somewhere else. But we then want a requestable chest. One of them. Bit of that. 120. Let's call it 200 friends. Excellent. Crafting speed 1. Don't tell me how much it makes. Do I have any... import stream. Rate calculator. So it will transport. So it will make 400 a second, and that requires 200 a second to make 20. Okay. So we'll have to see if that's enough, but that will allow us to... I don't even remember what recipe we were doing there. So what were we making? We're making the solar panels, weren't we? But in order to make the super spectral mirrors, I need the... Oh, I need chemical gel. What did I need cosmic water for then? I mean, I need cosmic water anyway, but... So it's the orange one I need. I better stop it pumping it. Okay, gonna have to work around that. That's too expensive for me just to leave lying about. How do we make the orange one? It's not the same thing. Is that where I've got confused? Oh, it's a biochemical facility. Right. Where are they in the list? Where are they? Maybe they aren't in the list. Biochemical. Nope, they're not. Have we got any? We've got one. Cool. So the multispectral mirrors. So that requires the multispectral mirrors. Okay. And then the multispectral mirrors. It's got that recipe, which is for the iridium one. But that's the one we want to do. Oh, it also produces scrap. Interesting. So it's all fairly normal. But we need lubricant and chemical gel. Okay. Chemical gel then. Chemical gel then. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong place, aren't I? Because it won't be in that thing. Chemical gel then. Oh, it's cosmic water and petroleum gas. Okay. Okay. So, the plot thickens. Right, so, where would your orientations be? You would need... You're making that. What would be a good way around this? If I did it, yeah, that way round. There's only one, was it? Oh no, it's loads of petroleum gas. Okay. So I need the two aside to be free. Maybe we put it above it. Our was in the way then. Marvellous. Okay. I'm gonna have to sacrifice this, I think. So if we put you kind of there-ish maybe. And we got you making that. That gives you the thing. But then we also want one of these. Yeah, that way, which is far too close. Okay. Far too close. So if you unbarrel some... Where's it gone? There it is. Petroleum. Like that. Oh, it's doing that thing. It's some weird bug, isn't it? It won't let you do... Not fill. Empty. There you go. Absolutely no different. It's just the order in which you do it matters for some reason. Okay. Now, let's put one there. An active provider there. $187. Wow. 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 Why did it say it's got cosmic water in it? Oh, because it's come from there. How did it interpret that as... Okay, that's weird. Water ice isn't going into a chest anywhere, is it? No. Okay. Let's put it in. Oops. Oh, yeah. That's too far away. Ideally, I want it before that. Yeah, okay. Do that. Do that. Biddly Bob? What was Biddly Bob? Chronoas ejection heading for RAN. 45 minutes. Well, Rand's going to have a bad time then, isn't it? Because I can't do anything about that. Have we run out of... logistics chests? Annoying. Okay, so that should get us properly amounts of that. Cool, and that's the orange fluid being made then. So we then got that one when we eventually want it. We've got that. And that's it, that's all it needs. I'm wondering if... no, you can't put prop modules in, can you? Oh well. Because we need lube as well. But these don't fit underneath. They're too big. It's too big. Okay. We'll shenanigan that later on. But what I'm trying to build with, what am I trying to build these with? A space manufacturer. Okay. So we then need a space manufactory making multispectral mirrors, which is all sorts of lovely stuff. So, okay. How about put that maybe? No. They're kind of hugely inconvenient, these fluids to work with. Let's see then. I think if I sort of move that, then I can sort of take this spaghetti stone, and I can use that one. That maybe? Something like that. Okay. Okay, so that gives it the two fluids. I think. It's a bit on the overkill on the petroleum, isn't it? Right. But then we have to put another space manufactory, don't we? Which isn't going to fit there. That. We don't made any more space. Oh, I guess it's making them first, isn't it? And they're pretty horrendous. Okay. So we need all of that other stuff, but then this then goes into another one, does it? So, because that's the multi-spectral mirrors, but then the actual flat solar panels also need other things. Okay. Could move that one further over, but that's it. Right. So we'll direct insert that one. These are absolutely gigantic. The shape of them is confusing as well, because obviously that, you know, is part of the hitbox, but it's got nothing in it, so it's a little confusing. Or I'm finding it confusing anyway. So, if we put them in a box, and then we have also another box there, and another box there. So if that requests what that needs, that requests what that needs. This is a storage box in case we need these for something else, which I am sure we will. And then the output, you just go there. We'll hard cap that to a single stack. Same here. He says, pressing the wrong button. So this is the multi-spectral mirrors. So you need those things. Not going to boost them. And then you need... Oh, I didn't set the recipe down. You need those things. So chop that off. Solar panels incoming. Excellent. Let's see if we can't get it to make some. Oh, it's gotten out. Oh, of course, scrap. I need to get rid of scrap. So I need them, don't I? So that needs to be the, oops, the mirrors. And that needs to be the scrap. Scrappage. There we go. Oop. Yay. That needs to be a stack inside that. Cool. Excellent. How about we put them... Oh. How big is that? Oops. So there's a 2 gap. Okay. Go boop, go boop, we go boop. Go. Oh, does it count as upgrading on these? No. Okay. That's annoying. Pretty funky looking, aren't they? I like the hexagonal pattern on them. Awesome. Right. Whoops. Are the flat solar panels better? Yeah, way better. So, a regular solar panel. Now, I think you get more in space. So, this is currently generating... oh, it has a maximum output of 560 kilowatts. Because you're getting a massive boost from it being in space. But this one can generate up to 3.7 megawatts each one. And they, in terms of cost, you've got the extra thing of the spectral mirrors, but basically one panel, regular panel, becomes one of them. So they are, I mean, it's slightly bigger, if you notice, so it's not, you know, as space efficient in a sense, I guess. But I don't know if we can see this. Headroom's now up to 240 megawatts. There you go. So we've gone from 3 megawatts coming from them to well, it's nearly 17 megawatts. And all I've done is laid down 3, 6, 9, 12, 24 of them. So, yeah, they're way more power productive. I'm not going to, we won't bother upgrading it all to now. We'll just let it build whatever it can based on what's in stock. But essentially, getting into the territory of, you know, this is going to support. If I turn all of them into them, it then supports like a pretty big starter base. Yeah, they're way more efficient. And the cost, I'm sure Arundel's worked it out properly, but the cost isn't prohibitive on them. There you go. So already got 14, which is then what? I mean, when it says the max output, it's because that's the land version. You know, that's what it would do on Nauvis. Oh, I just set my platform on fire. Accidentally hit space. Okay. What we need to do then, I guess, next is the appropriate production of machines and things we can't make or aren't already making on Nauvis. So that's things like that thermodynamic facility, the space manufacturers themselves. Decontamination, I think, is... Yeah, so that's a space one, that's a space one. The life supports, I'm not sure. I don't know what else you use them for. I'm obviously not actually making them on Nauvis, because I overlooked that. But yeah, all of these gubbins here kind of require space manufactories to be made, so you can only make them in space. But that's the next one I need to do, basically, the space manufacturing. Which we kind of ideally need one of them to be making itself. But I've just realised I don't have any. But what I can do, I guess I can make one just quickly using one of these. Which fluid does it use? It's the cosmic water. Okay. So I can just hand put that in and just make one, and then we can, you know, bootstrap ourselves up, basically. Oh, have I not got... I haven't, no. There's even, I think there's a solar panel, like flat solar panel Mark II, I think. Where you start using some of the superconducting stuff. I don't know, why am I not pressing the right button? So, solar... Oh, it's in 3 as well. So that makes... If this makes 400 kilowatts, then the level 2 makes 800, so that doubles. And then that one makes 1.6, that doubles again. So one of those is 4, 8, 12, 16. One of those is equivalent to 4 of these. And as I say, they get like an 800% boost from being in space. So, you know, these are mega base running territory, which makes sense, you know, because you've not... well, I mean, you could, but you're not going to fart around with, you know, nuclear and all that sort of stuff. Because you can do, like, condensing and all that sort of stuff of water, or vent it and all that. But it's a pain in the bum to get water. Or I've been finding it's a pain in the bum to get water. So why bother, you know, blasting it all into, you know, just evaporating it all away or turning it into power? Seems a bit of a waste. How are we doing? How many do we need? 80. That's insane. Yep, so there we go. That's making 1. We will then pick this up and we will put it down here, I guess. Let's just pop it out of the way. What does it need? If it's going to make space manufactories. So we're not making inserters and space assembly machines here, are we? I am making them down on Nalvis, but we're not really going to be consistent about bringing them up, I don't think. So ideally we want to make them as well. Now they can make themselves, I think. It's not that expensive for them. I mean it is, but it's not that expensive. So we want to make assembler, inserters and those guys. Or do I just make another one of these? What's the productivity boost? Like the speed boost on them. Crafting speed 10 versus 1.25. So how quickly... Oh, I've got... So yeah, we would need like 4 of them. So... Well, it makes them... It would need... Oh right, is that just a second craft then? Yeah, because it's a 10-second crafting time, but it's a 10 crafting speed thing. So it makes 1 a second, basically. If I was to then do them in one of those... Although that's a 10-second crafting time, if we used another one it would be 10, wouldn't it? So... It wouldn't be supporting it. Because you need 4, but it's a lot closer. Okay, so we need to make another one of these, I think. And sort of feed in. It's all a bit mad, this, because it's, there's a lot of build the thing to build the thing, and then that enables you to build the first thing you built. Going on, it's sort of like loops, basically. Could maybe try and balance it with speed modules. Okay, but yeah, it's not disastrous. Because I say these are so quick and so powerful. It's like just like one per thing I want to make for the science. Now, how can we arrange this? I guess if I put it maybe here, and then we have the other one. It's a bit close, isn't it? I could maybe do it on the other side instead. If it's there, and that makes those. Oops, that makes those ones, and then what happened to my other one? Oh, I guess because I bet this is it's on 1. Okay. Maybe if I leave that. No. Actually, put that there. So that one can make those. Because they have common ingredients, you see. I think. Certainly the low density structures and heat shields are common. Right. Storage is there. It's just there. So, these two, in fact, we'll use those. Do that. I'll put those into there, which will go into there. So this is going to be... Space Manufactory's basic version, which I've just done that, and it will bring them back to me. Silly person. Yeah, so those are there. What do you need? You need those things. This is why I set up blue circuit, you see. Probably need these to be a bit higher, just to give a bit of travel time. Put that one. 200, maybe. Okay. What we're missing then is the cosmic water, but also the fast inserters. How quickly can one of these make fast inserters? Is it quick enough? I mean, yeah, it's not going to run at rate anyway. It's like a quarter, but that's only 5.5. So how about 2 of them? Still not fast enough, but you know. I mean, we probably need to make them anyway. I'm going to use loads of them. Yes, we will request them in. I think actually maybe if I probably top that up. Put that there. Yeah, you need yellow inserters there, don't you? Oh, that's fine. So that needs to make yellow inserters, and that requires burner inserters. Of course it does. Of course it does. No, I've got to do that better than that. So do that. Do. That work? That'll do. Like that, and then you need them. So. Oops. Like that. Okay. Iron sticks, okay. The chains are a bit mad in this. I mean, they're sort of more, in a sense, logical than the base game, really. Because it's upgrade this into that, and this into that, and this into that. And it sort of makes sense in a logical way. But I do get a bit, you know, you're still making burner inserters at the end of the game, basically. So, if we get some iron plating, then that'll make them. Did I start making engines? I don't think I did I? Because this is motors rather than engines. Okay. We need some production of engines. Which is not too difficult. Because they're single cylinder engines in this, so that hard to make. I just didn't think about it. Okay. Now. Yeah, Rand's not going to have a lot of fun at R5. Gears. Right. Yeah, so it's not far off half a machine, you see, which means 2 of them. Do. Have I got any gears? Yeah, I've got gears going into our places, so I don't need to bother with that. How quick are you to make? 0.6, yeah, so that's fine. Two. Helps if you get the inserter right way down, doesn't it? suspect some of these are better with belts, and as I say, do I bring them up by a cargo rocket? Because we're going to use, you know, huge amounts of them. But anyway, we have now... That's surprisingly slow, isn't it? Oh yeah, of course. Again, copper plate issues. That's fine then. Now, are you working? You have sticks. You have them. You have them. Just getting them. You don't have green circuits. Why ever not? Because this is empty. Because copper again? Because copper again. Yeah. So they're just such heavily used items that I think a few cargo rockets with some of the super basic intermediates is not a bad thing. It would help, I'll be honest, if I'd used stack inserters, wouldn't it? Maybe I can just do a blanket upgrade for like all of them. Not that I say I think the power is like, or the charge rate is the limiting factor, really. Really, we're not moving enough iron plate and copper around. Right. Have we even made a single manufactory? No, because we are lacking them, because we're lacking green circuits. Can I just stick some of mine in? Help things out. Oh, I didn't connect the cosmic water. There we go. Is this stacked to 1 as well? It's insane. It's literally 1 of those per thing. Right, and I actually put it on 10, didn't I? No, 2. That's okay. Okay, so we have got the production of, or sort of automated the machine that's going to make us all the other machines. Supply constraints notwithstanding. Excellent. Are these all made in space manufacturers? They are. Yeah, that needs multispectrum mirrors, that's fine. And then... Cool, that's all the stuff. Oh, there. Space assembly machines, okay. Did I put them in a box, or did I just stick them? Yeah, cool, okay. So we've got them accessible. Anyway, awesome. What else we got? So that's space pipe. Wow, okay. Pumps. Pumps would be something we're not making up here. Oh, I don't need to do that one anyway. Well, I might do, but I don't know. So pumps might be something we could quickly make. What are you? Storage tanks, okay. So there's a couple of odd bits and sods. But I think we've basically been able to make all the machines I can currently make, and I do know there are, you know, this is where it gets bonkers. There's like 6 different or 5 different or something supercomputers and all of that sort of madness. But I've got... They're used for something and I don't know what. Don't quite understand that part of it. kind of got a lot of stuff available. So I think we'll just crack on and polish data subs. Oh yes, of course we need to do them for the data stuff, don't we? Okay. Watching this is almost overwhelming. Yeah, as I say, this is where people fall over, basically. They're sort of like... because I am nowhere in this. You know, I am... You know, this is the tech tree, basically. So I could, in theory, research all of these. You know, but I have not set up my science production. But what happens is so you take, for example, I'm not sure the ones we can do have levels. Where are they? Has that got a level 2 and stuff? No, so it goes then into Material Science Pack. But what you then get is, so that's Material Science Pack 1, and then it goes to Material Science Pack 2, and then it goes to Material Science Pack 3, and then it goes to Material Science Pack 4. I think that's it, because then it goes into the deep space stuff, isn't it? Yeah. So basically you're taking deep, you like, each science pack only gets you so far, and you then have to like upgrade the science pack effectively. You upgrade what science pack you're producing, and it does literally take in. So, Science Pack 4 requires Science Pack 3. So effectively, what is in base Factorio, the end goal of the production is the production of science packs. They just become intermediates. And so this is why it breaks people, because it's like, okay, I've set up my manufacture of, whatever that was called, Material Science Pack. Oh, now I need to turn it into the next Material Science Pack. Oh, and then I need to turn that into the next Material Science Pack. And each of these also then, of course, requires additional intermediates. So Material Science Pack 4 then requires, Material Insight, Extended Material Catalogue, Significant Data, Heavy Composites. And of course that science pack also requires Material Insight. I mean, a lot of them are the same. Comprehensive Material Catalogue, Significant Data, Heavy Bearings. And then that one requires Material Insight again, Broad Material Catalogue, Significant Data, Heavy Girders. Do you see what I mean? So it's like a material, make a load of intermediates in order to make a science pack that eventually itself becomes an intermediate that you then, so you're getting it becomes like this pyramid of production, basically. And I say that my understanding of kind of the advice is that essentially you therefore, you don't overproduce. You just make one of these space assemblers making your stuff. Because what happens is you can do all the researches with, Material Science Pack 1, and that effectively gets you the tools to make Material Science Pack 2, and sort of, it's like a buffering thing where you can just sort of stick them in a chest, and then you've got enough to start that science pack, and you eat through those and use up all of those science, and then you just wait again, and it all builds up again, and so it's like expanding and contracting. But it's also why I'm expecting, I don't think I'll finish this because there's just too much, and I'm learning too much of it too, and also spending loads of time, talking and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I'm going so slowly, and I'm so limited in how far I've gone into this that I can't see how I'm going to finish this by, well, we don't know, do we? But October, say. So I've got, isn't it? I've completely lost track of the months. It's the end, so it's basically June. So I've got July, August, September. Let's call it all of October. So I've got 4 months. And the only time I can guarantee is the 6 hours of streaming each weekend. So what's that? If we score that, 4, 8, 12, 16 weeks. So that's only another 75 hours, something like that, if I don't play any off stream. Only 75 hours. I could complete the base game 3 times in that time, because I'm now pretty quick at doing it. There is no way I'm getting to all of these science packs, in 75 hours. And I say I'll play a bit more, stream and stuff like that. But yeah, that's, and I don't know how far I'm in. I mean, I'm like on 400 and odd hours now. To give you some context. Okay, so. Turned out it was a bit preemptive maybe putting these here. It's why I've only made 2 of these. You know, normal game, you would make, you know, loads and loads of labs. But there's kind of no point because, you know, they'll mostly be sat there idle, essentially. I don't imagine that comes across, but they're riding the motorbikes again. Right, so, in fact, I don't really need all that, really, do I? Maybe if I just put the top. Because what I'm basically now going to set up is like an array of the space manufactories in order to make all of the other machines. And again, we'll bot feed it all, basically. Just because it's nice and easy. So, I think maybe I need to switch to maybe having them in the middle. And that'll be a bit more convenient. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, you know, the things I'm about to make, eventually I'll have to upgrade them into other things. And, you know, so it just goes mad and people just kind of lose the plot in a way. So, if we want to make, what do we want to make? I don't know what we want to make. What does whatchamacallit science, a thingy science. So a space science requires all sorts of things we're already making. So we're fine with that. Utility science would then require cryonite rods, efficiency modules, and solar panels. They treat it like a racetrack, basically. It's scary. So we need machine learning data and thermofluids, and I think those are like these things. So we need to make radiators and supercomputers as a priority. But then, what do you require as your weird ingredients? Oh no, it's just machine learning data again. Plasma stream. I've not made any of that. How do we make plasma stream? Oops. Strasmus beam. Plasma generator. Okay, so that's one we need to make. Where is that? That one there. Okay. Space pipe. Cool. I can't complain about lack of content yet. Yeah. So most people get to a point and they just sort of give up because it's all just sort of too much and too, you know, too repetitive, I think. And I think Arundel is aware of like how repetitive it is in a sense. So if we do, where were they? Supercomputers. That one, whatever that is, like the ghouly thing. And then what's the other one that was like a priority one? That one? Plasma generator? Cool. So we need to make them all, but so let's start with them. What I'm actually wondering, I think, maybe, is if I take these, because these are just so big as well. That's one of the painful things about them. Just plopping them in is just annoying. So, if I maybe think about it as 2 rows like that, maybe? Because some of them I'm going to have to get fluids into, you see. Something like that, maybe? And then, if we swap this out. So I don't know what we want to make. I mean, do I think it matters in a sense? If we do one of them, and did I do the laser facility? What was that? That was the thermodynamics facility. I guess just go down the list. So we need to make them. Has it seriously not made any of them, or has it just not brought any? What are you lacking? Green engines. Okay. which I assume is a copper problem. No, it's a green circuit problem, which is almost certainly a copper problem. Okay. Yeah, I think I need to go and build some rockets with, particularly given I'm on the sort of, I'm almost ready to do whatchamacallit, what's it called? The red stuff. Well, basically the other form of smelting. So this one. Copper ingots where you use pyroflux. Copper ore plus pyroflux. It's weird. This is another thing, because that sort of revelation in the most recent Friday Facts that actually a late game base is probably more about sending molten metals around. Well, there you go. Molten metals. So it's another thing that is kind of already in SpaceX. Because you can do molten iron, molten copper, and molten steel. Yeah, and you turn them into ingots, and then you can turn those ingots into plate, and it's way more productive. It does require industrial furnaces and casting machines, which are staggeringly power hungry, especially with modules in. So that's your trade-off. But of course, if you're going to be an idiot like me and do a solar field like that just because, and 4 nuclear power plant setups just because, then yeah. Did we get a coronal mass ejection happen? I don't think I've got anything here, have I? Oh, I have. This is my place. So I think coronal mass ejection happened. But it must have hit somewhere else. I guess. Don't know. Didn't get any notifications, did we, about it destroying the base? So cool. Dodged a bullet. Right. Oh no, there you go. 5 minutes. We did not dodge that bullet. Okay. Do we want to head down to Alvis and start setting up the rocket stuff? Because I just don't. I mean, this amount of copper coming in, it's just not going to do anything for us, is it? Because I kind of can't progress without the space manufacturers. Also, I could set up life support and all that sort of stuff. How long we actually got left? 5. It's only 20 minutes, isn't it? I mean, I could even send some of them up by train, couldn't I? That train, by cargo thing. Okay, I'm going to put these in as like, almost like placeholdery things. So we'll just do a blank one. So that, if it gets the chance to build them, they'll be ready to rumble when we get back. So if I do that. That takes it up to the end. I'm pretty sure we haven't got enough machines to use for that, so we should be okay. I am wondering about. Yeah, look at all that headroom I've got. Yeah, we'll just leave it there, I think. Okay, so I guess we need to head back. Which means we don't want any space belt. We don't want any space splitters. We don't want any space manufacturers. and etc. We haven't got any of them, but we don't want them. Liners I don't really need. And the other one. What else we got? Oh, space pipe. We don't need space pipe. Have I not got login requests for space pipe? No. No wonder I ran out. Okay, but we'll put them there. I might as well leave. I say this is an annoying thing. Having to change logistics request every time you want to change surface. What did it say it started? ETA 2 minutes. Can watch the fireworks show. Space platform, do I? What other things can I leave? I guess I might as well just leave the modules. Yeah, tanks are usable up here. Pumps are usable up here. There's our roboports. Can leave all the chests here. I should probably just turn it off, shouldn't I? Right, 1 minute. Oh, does that not take me there? Okay. Boop. 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 So, what are the odds basically of it hitting our base? It's just a long minute. Very long minute. Measures 3 seconds. 1. Okay. So we got one hit there. One on over here. Oh, that's very close. They do like a random walk, basically. Another one. Oh, it's not that far away. Oh, not that close. Another one. Oh, that's clever. That's off the map. That's kind of cool looking, isn't it? Right, another one. Crikey. Blowing up some steam. Blowing up some fish. Oh, I assume they're not dying. Still it. Well done. Oh, this one's still going. Wait, what? All done? No. This one get anywhere close to us? Oh, no. It's gone off into the water. Coronal mass ejection has passed. Cool. You apparently do something like that to kill off the biters. There's like a thing. Right, yes, I was heading home, wasn't I? I'm messing about with... what should we call it? Yeah, it's going to be way more efficient just to do it like that. So all of those are used white space. So I'll leave them. Yes, yes, yes. Them as well. I think that was okay to take with us in theory. We'll have to see. Let's pop down a capsule. Now this. So really we should stick 13 fuel on it. In fact, let's get in all of our inventory in just to be safe. Last few bits. Cool. Just trying to think if I've forgotten anything. I think I kind of have, haven't I? Because haven't I left... Oh, I need to take some rocket fuel. Because I don't want to get floating in space. I didn't like because I realised I'd left when I was dumping out when I didn't know what the hell I was doing about moving to other planets and stuff. I dumped out a load of stuff, like, that's actually useful. So like, well, that's my stuff, as it were. I don't know why these construction drones end up there. I like got rid of a load of legs and stuff, didn't I? I'm not entirely sure I didn't leave my... I can't see them. I thought I left blueprints here and stuff like that because I was so paranoid. I cannot see anything like that then. I guess they could have taken it and stuck it in some other random chest, but... I mean, it's like, I guess them I could take with this, because... What's the point in having them here? No, I don't see anything that... Ideally I would have taken... with me. Seems okay. Okay. Oh, there you go. Right, pop back in. That, so it's all safe. And then... You can actually plop down anyway, basically. So, there you go. Okay. Now, we will swap out. Oh, I need to take contents. Let's pick you up. Then turn back on. And then swap that out. Excellent. Now, you don't need life support. Might as well keep one stack. Yeah, I'm going to be better off just turning Loggy off and kind of ordering it up, aren't I think. you know, just have a warehouse or something close by. Dump it in there by hand. What does it need? I did put the good ratios. So we need... Because we need to send these into space as well, by the looks of things. So they're all built. And that's iron. And that is 22 and 35. So if we order up... Stack of them. 2 stacks of them. We want like a load of these. I don't even know where my tank's gone. I haven't got intermediates, but I don't care in this case. What I do care about is rail, signals, pipes, because it's a fluid-based one. Nice. Stations, coal. Oh, Bravo ports. Yeah, I think the key is going to be like keeping things in a sense. The right things in the right place, as it were, so that it doesn't matter if I've got, you know, requests for things that I can only build in space here, so long as I haven't got the things that I can build, if you see what I mean. So, you know, the fact that that's set on 5 is irrelevant, because they're just, I'm never going to have them down here. Cool. So we've got rail, we've got belts, we need way more. What I need to do... Is that my tank? That's my tank. Where's it gone? There it is. And then I brought me landing pads. Looks like guys. Oh, we've got electric boilers here. Interesting. Maybe we're just blasting some of them into space, but I don't need them. Don't I need like recycling facilities and stuff? Don't need them. Not here anyway. Or not for this job. I think I'm going to get rid of those. So we're in space for like 6 hours basically, weren't we? Well, it was a bit more in total, but we used 40 of the canisters. So they're not a heavy demand item. So again, might be worth just filling a rocket basically and blast them up, and that's probably going to last me throughout the entire playthrough, I'd guess. What else do I need? Don't know. I'll only find out by going down there, I think. We will put some more of those in. Yeah. Okay. Because this one has like, conveniently, it has a rail station already, or a rail setup. And we can kind of make use of that. It is just a single station. But I'm kind of guessing I'm going to do something like this, where it's like double stack, because I need to bring both of these in, you see. So, yeah, I don't know. In fact, why don't I just copy that over? This is exactly what we need. Do that because the radar's in the way. Oops, like so. Cool. So that's the input side of it. So I don't know where the output is going to end up. But we can build on both sides. And then maybe it's a spur off here. Don't know. Bit loath to connect it to that because there's already a lot of stuff there. Cool. Okay. Are we stocked up? We're stocked up. Because we actually ended up backing up with pyroflux. There's so much pyroflux that core mining has kind of died. Well, it hasn't. You know, as you can see, it's still flowing here. But it only gets used up at night when the boilers kick in. Because we don't, ironically, all of our steel, all the steel production I put in is overkill. And of course all of our, you know, whatever you call them, they're not planets but moons and what have you. They're getting so much steel sent to them, that, and making stuff locally as well, but it's all a bit redundant. We won't start this today. I mean, hopefully it's the type of thing I'll get done between streams. And we'll see where I pick up, but I'm not particularly keen to sort of leave interesting stuff in space to there. So once I got this, I need to actually deliver the... Actually, I could have just shot it from here. No, because I need to get the capsules over. But we need the ingots in space. So I need to stick them on a train as well, don't I? I wonder if I should move this down. I think I should move this down. You know, so it's more kind of here or something. Or maybe just one down. Because look at that, a blooming coal station. What the heck do I need with a coal station? Yeah, we will copy this down. Put it in here, I think. Is that a patch? Yes. Cool. I think we're nearly wrapping up time anyway. So... I think, yeah, we'll leave it there. It's 2 minutes to 6, ever slightly, and I was late, so this is a shorter one, but then I've tended to go over quite a lot of these recently. And also, as noted, I have not technically finished the video, so I've still got more work to do on that. That will be going live sometime this evening. Can I show you that? So that's basically... oops. No, I can't show you that. Can I show you that? No, that's not working. Basically, it's in the folder, ready to go, and just doing a quick check beforehand. It is ready to go. But that is the second part of my Friday Facts read-through for this week. It proved too much to do it all in one session and one video. So I've done a second video called Extras. That literally I finished outputting that. That's why I was late for the start of the stream. I don't know why I'm on this thing. And it needs uploading to YouTube. I say I need to just check it over, make sure it's okay, and then it needs uploading to YouTube, and then it needs setting live. I also need to do the description and etc. etc. So all of that will take a good couple of hours because my internet is not that great, and it is what I was going to try and show you is the size of the file basically. But it won't work. So it's for I think it's 8. What is it? That's not the extra one. The extra one is 10 gig basically. So I've got to upload 10 gig, which is not going to be quick. You're talking, well, weirdly, it seems to upload basically at the rate of that you would play it at. So if it's a 50-minute video, which I think it is, then it takes 50 minutes to upload. So it's at least an hour to upload, and then I say I've got to do all the settings, etc., etc. So this is an extremely long way of saying in about a couple of hours, the second Friday Facts read-through video for this week will go live. That contains a lot of extra speculation. It is almost exclusively focused on the pictures. So 417, no, I can't put that up. 417 had all those pictures at the end where Kevrox was saying, this is, I don't know if they were from their LAN party thing, but they are end game things. There are also some for like Gleba where it was like conceptual stuff. And so I, as per usual, I speculate about all of that, but almost certainly, of course, all of that stuff is wrong because they have radically changed that planet from what it was when I'm sure those screenshots were taken. Yes, and that's a sort of general plug. Basically, every Friday I put usually one Friday Facts video live. I basically read through the Friday Facts, try and do a bit of analysis as I go, and then speculate about a load of stuff, such as what it means for the future, what other machines we've got, what hints they've left, if there's any Easter eggs, what are those, what machines might be coming up, what mechanics are going to be there, what it all means for the space age expansion. They're an enormous amount of fun to do. I love doing them, although, as noted, they are quite time consuming, but people seem to enjoy them as well, and I really look forward to people's comments and stuff. And particularly recently, people have been putting some really interesting ideas up on the videos, and it's a lot of fun to read them through and kind of think about what they've suggested. So if you're new here, if you're just catching this content for the first time, then if that's anything you think you might like, then I would ask you to go and check out my YouTube channel. The YouTube channel also has VODs, video on demands, for all of this series and all the other Factorio series I've done, which is quite a few. Megabase and Aesthetic and Blueprint and what else have I done? No Spoon Run. There's all sorts of Factorio series on there, as well as various other management, building, manufacturing games such as Satisfactory, Tectonica, and Dyson Sphere program. In particular, there's like 3 playthroughs of Dyson Sphere on there. So if any of that's of interest, you can find it all on my YouTube channel. I will be back, as the schedule says, next week. We will be continuing SpaceX. There's a lot of noise outside. I hope that's not coming through because it's all sounding a bit weird. But hopefully that's I will get some time, as I say, this week, now that work has kind of calmed down, so that I can play through a bit and get a bit of progress. What I would like to do is, as I say, set up this pyroflux smelting and get the basics on some cargo rockets and get those flying up to space, so that we've got a lot more basic materials in stock and ready to use for all the production, so that next week we can actually start making these science packs that I seem to have gone backwards in making. Okay, so if you have been watching, I hope you've enjoyed it and you might consider coming back for another one. I've been Trismegistus. This has been Factorio. Thanks for watching. Cheers.